Hey guys, it's Sam. Welcome back to my channel. So today, as the title suggests, we are going to be playing around with some more palettes. When I asked you guys what kind of videos you wanted to see, a lot of you guys said you really enjoyed seeing me kind of play outside my comfort zone. So we are going to be doing like a galaxy inspired eye look today. I've got a ton of palettes next to me, so we're going to get to that in a minute. But really quickly before that, I'm just going to kind of do a quick update on what's going on with me right now. I asked you guys if anyone was interested in me putting up a video or you just wanted me to keep like putting up distractions instead. And I totally get that because I don't know how everybody else is, but this is like a super stressful time. It's been giving me a lot of anxiety, and I find that as much as I want to be educated about what's going on and what the state of everything is, I also can't handle like sitting and watching the news and like reading everything on my phone. It's just so much all the time that like I feel like I can't get away from it, and it's very stressful. So because of that reason, I'm going to make it a point as best I can not to talk about it on my channel about what's going on. And something you guys will probably have noticed, my normal upload schedule is Tuesdays and Fridays. I did put up it's Tuesday when I'm filming this today. No, that's a lie. It's Wednesday when I'm filming it today. I put up a video on Monday. I will probably try and put this video up the day I'm filming it. My plan is to not stick to my schedule so much, kind of give you guys as much as I can, just to keep you guys distracted, give you guys something to watch. It's probably going to be an overload of stuff, and I'm going to maintain it for as long as I can while we are kind of in this self-isolation phase, just because, you know, I know that I feel very, very grateful that we are in a time where we have things like Netflix and YouTube and, you know, all of these social media sites to keep in touch with friends and family, that we're not completely alone in everything. And obviously I live with Tom, so, you know, we have each other, but I feel, you know, really like my heart hurts for people that maybe don't live with anybody else, don't live with family, don't live with a significant other, and are maybe feeling really lonely in these times. So I will just say that if you feel that way, or you want to vent or rant or just talk about anything, it doesn't have to be about this, it could be about makeup or anything like that, reach out to me on my Instagram. I also do leave like a business email in my description bar. Feel free to send me an email there or just comment on this video and we will try and talk about that. Another thing to note, obviously I am not in Punta Cana. Tom and I were supposed to leave on Friday last week, and because of everything that's going on, we had to cancel our trip. So I am kind of on a work from home this week, but I will be going back into work next week. I am, you know, I do count as an essential service for what I do for my job. So again, I'm going to try and post as much as I can, as often as I can. But like I said, because I am still on a fairly regular schedule, it's going to be a little bit difficult. So no more talking about this kind of stuff. We are going to do a really fun eye look today. I've already kind of got the vibe started with some lipstick. I grabbed a couple lipsticks that came out in the MAC Christmas collection. Some of the like, I think they're called Starring You lipsticks. I grabbed like the purple one and then put a pink one in the middle just for a little bit of a change up. So the palettes that I think we're going to be using today, it could be less, it could be more. We're going to be using the Tati Beauty Textured Neutrals palette. The reason I'm going for this is because I do want to include a black shadow in the look, and I know, I'm sorry, I'm like losing all of the palettes off my lap, and I know that this black is a very good one, so I've pulled that out. I've also got my Violet Voss Flamingo palette. There is just a lot of really nice shimmery shades in this, and we're definitely going to want some shine in this look. I'm planning on doing kind of like a blue, pink, and purple sort of galaxy look. I've looked up a lot of pictures online, and that's sort of the thing that I was drawn to the most. I've also got my Huda Beauty. Oh, that's what that is. There's like a hair in here. Hold on. Okay, I've got my Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. Again, not 100% sure I'm going to be reaching for this, but it seemed very fitting. And the last palette that we have that I'll probably be pulling most of my colors from is my Jeffree Jawbreaker palette. This just has a ton of like those pinks and purples. in it. So I think that that is going to be super useful. Now, I don't have a white eyeshadow base. I kind of wish I did, because today is the sort of day where I feel like I do need to make those colors pop a little bit more. I'm just going to zoom you guys in. So rather than do that, we're going to lay down some of this white shade, which is Virgin, all over the lid, just to make some of the brighter colors we put on pop later. I'm hoping this is going to work. So I'm just going to get a flat brush and I'm going to dig into that. I do, of course, have my Painterly Paintpot on as per usual. It is my favorite go-to eyeshadow base primer. Everything sticks to it. It's perfect. Nothing ever moves. I don't even know at this point why I still have other eyeshadow primers, because I rarely ever use them. Also, just in regards to what I said earlier, if you guys do feel like I am overloading you with videos, let me know and maybe I can do them like every other day instead of every day. Like I said, the everyday thing probably won't last for forever, but just for now. So I'm thinking what I kind of want to do is I want to put some pink pretty high up in the crease, have a little bit more blue towards the inner corner, some purple heading outwards, and also a little bit of black just in the outer corner. So we are going to start laying down some pink. I am going to start with a lighter shade of pink though. I don't want to get into this with the bright pink quite yet, because I do want some kind of more of a natural crease color. So we are going... Let's use this one. So let's use this shade, Seashell, out of the Violet Voss palette. It's just a light pink. Now there is some shimmer in it, so I'm not 100% sure how well it's going to lay down in the crease with a brush, but we're gonna give it a shot. So I've just loaded up my brush and I'm just buffing that all in the crease. So it's very light, but it's going to give me sort of like a starting point before I lay a lot of the darker colors in. Now this, when you use these kind of shimmers with a brush, you are going to see a lot of fallout in the palette itself. I'm seeing a lot of that right now. I normally would use these sort of like shimmery shades with a finger, but because of where I want it, it's not going to be an all over the lid thing. This just seems to work better. So it didn't do a lot, but it did give me a little bit of a pink base to play with. So I'm actually going to dig into my Mercury Retrograde palette. I'm going to go into the color Off Balance. It's like this kind of pink color. I'm only going to pick up a little bit. I'm losing, the brush is still coated with the glitter from before. There we go. That's kind of more what I wanted. Do you guys see how it's starting to sort of pick up a little bit of that pink? Like I said, we are going to go in with a darker pink, but I want this one to kind of go a little higher, give us a little bit of something so that I don't have to carry that super bright pink quite as high. I've actually been really enjoying kind of being stuck at home this week, because it makes me, like when I do play with makeup, it makes me feel a lot more comfortable to sort of do whatever I want to do, because I know that I don't need to go anywhere, so I can do whatever I want, you know, go as crazy as I want, and know that I'm going to be in the house, so nobody's going to see it but me. So now I'm going to go into that Jeffree Star palette again. We're going to take the color Bubblegum. It's that really bubblegummy pink. And I'm just going to get like a crease brush. I did just wash my brushes, because again, what else are you going to do with all this time off? And I'm going to grab some of that color and start laying that really heavy in the crease. Just like that. Changing up some of the colors that are going to go along with this could turn this into like a Barbie look, because this is a super Barbie pink. MAC actually just put out their like Barbie pink, it's like a MAC times Maker lipstick. It's the Barbie one. Super intrigued by it, but at the same time I am on a no buy, and I'm not breaking it for a Barbie pink lipstick when realistically I have tons that would fit that bill. So there's a bunch of pink going pretty high. Now there is one more pink shadow in here that I want to add, but we're gonna add it a little bit later. We're going to get into some of the purples now. So I think I'm gonna use Gumdrop. It's like this lilac purple. And I'm gonna put that slightly in the crease, but much lower, and also all over like the outer 2/3 of my lids. So I'll get another kind of creasy sort of brush. That's not the one I want. Okay, so that color again is Gumdrop. If I didn't say before, I can't totally remember. This one's picking up a lot more intensely on that brush. So I'm just kind of, there we go. This is exactly what I wanted it to do. This looks gorgeous. I'm so happy. Definitely gonna have to darken up the purple, but I think the key with this is to start light and sort of deepen as I go along. Just like that. Back into that Violet Voss palette, I'm just picking up this purple shade up in the corner. This is Bikini. And I'm just trying to darken the purple up a little bit. It's too neon. There is a super dark purple in the Jeffree Star palette that I'm going to get into next, but it does have some shimmer, which is why I was kind of trying to avoid it. I'm trying to stay as matte as possible right now, knowing that very shortly we're going to be getting into some shimmery shades. So for the inner part of our lid, we're going to go with Brain Freeze. It's this like beautiful baby blue. I'm trying to do a very good job of like blending the colors into each other. Just like that. Okay. So now I'm going to pick up a little bit of that black. We're going to do the black first before we lay the dark purple on. That way I can dull down the black a bit with the purple. So into my Tati Beauty palette, I'm going to pick up the Matte Memory shade just in the bottom corner here. And I am going to do it with kind of like a pencil style brush. Sorry, I keep knocking my tripod around. Now this black is really black. So I'm going to kind of go along the lid and just in that outer corner. You could definitely skip this step. I just know that, you know, space, there's a lot of blackness in it, a lot of darkness, and I didn't want to forget that when I was doing this look. So I've kind of just carved out like a small triangle. We're not continuing up very high, just sort of right following that crease line. Just like that. I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and I'm going to blend that out. Just like that. Let's go back in with just a tad bit, if I could find the brush I was using, of that gumdroppy purple. Just put a little bit of that there. Okay, now I'm going to take this darker purple. This is Bite Me, and I'm going to use that to kind of blend where the black meets the purple. I'm actually going to use my finger for this, I think. Oh yeah, that's doing exactly what I wanted it to do. I haven't completely lost the black, but it has definitely toned it down a lot and brought it back together as a cohesive kind of a look. So now we've got the black going into this darker purple, going into a lighter purple, which goes into that baby blue. And now we're gonna cover it with some shimmery shades. So this is kind of why I brought the Flamingo palette out in the first place, is because it has the perfect shimmer toppers for all of the colors I'm going with. So for that blue, we're gonna use the color Surf. It's kind of like a minty sort of a green. I'm gonna put that in my inner corner for sure. And then carry that up and through a bit. For the pink, we have Donut, which we already did. I'm actually not going to fuss with the pink, but I am going to take that bikini color that we were trying to use earlier and kind of just push that all over. Just like that. I don't know if this is really galaxy-ish, but I'm really into it right now. So the next thing I am going to do is I'm going to take like, this is going to be like the worst mistake I ever make in my life. Actually, let's do that last. I do have some like glitter here. It's called, it's Dose of Colors Eyedeal Duo in Frozen. It is a loose glitter, but I'm going to give that a second. I do want to carry some of these colors underneath our eye. Definitely that purple and that blue. I think we're going to probably stay away from the pink a little bit. So just getting like a small smudger kind of brush. I'm going to start with the purples. So put that light purple right in the middle. Like that. And then I'm going to take that blue. Kind of blend those together underneath. And I am going to take a little bit of that dark purple as well. Just on the outer corners. Just like that. Now another fun thing that I happen to have is a bunch of eyeliners in the same colors. So we're definitely going to want to make a little bit of use of this pink in the waterline, just a little bit. I'm thinking kind of higher. Just like that. Now these are making my eyes water a little bit, but they are completely waterline safe. I use them all the time. Sorry, that pink color was in Woodstock. This purple is Psychedelic Sister. Some of that in the middle. Like that. And then I do have a lighter blue, but I've decided to go with this bright blue. This is in the shade Chaos. I just want... It's super pigmented in the middle. Just like that. So I think that kind of ties it all together, keeps it nice and colorful all in there. So next thing I'm going to do is I am going to put some black eyeliner on. You guys know I don't wing liner, so we're not going to wing this. We're just going to kind of lightly outline the line. I might actually get a black pencil liner and put it underneath as well, or I might smudge some black. I'm just using my Too Faced Better Than Sex eyeliner. Not for any particular reason other than that it was the first one that I grabbed today. Just like that. Just a nice light black line because I don't really want to take anything away from all of the colors and the blending. I think it looks really cool. Again, what I'm discovering when I'm doing these looks is yes, they are a little crazy for everyday wear, but they are still completely wearable in my opinion. And because I'm the only one here, other than Tom, right now, and I can't hear all the criticism, mine's the only one that matters. So I have some of these little like star glitters from MAC. So I want to add a couple of these. Now the way I'm gonna try and do it is with some Vaseline. I've used my duo glue before. I don't have any glitter glue, but I don't like the way that the eyelash glue kind of sticks to your eye. It makes your eyes stick together. It's really difficult to get off. And I think that this will stick really, really well with just some Vaseline. So I definitely want some in the inner corner. This is also going to make it super glossy and hopefully not move too much. So I'm going to pick them up and try this. Let's see how this works just with that little bit on that I've got. you guys see that? It's kind of exactly where I wanted them. So I'm going to take the lid off. Now this is a mixture of silver and gold stars. I am kind of going more for the silver ones than the gold ones. Well, do I really care? Probably not. So once they stick down once, you kind of have to just like leave them, because if you keep picking them back up, you're just creating like putty in your hands is something that I'm just noticing. I need to get like a glitter glue for sure. Because it's all over my fingers, the stars are sticking to my hands more than to my face. So maybe the way to do this properly would be with like a tweezer. I've got this set of Cella tweezers that came out in my boxy charm, so I'm just going to use those to do this. You know what? I want to keep it all silver. I have a gold star that's sitting here. I want to move it. So I guess that's the only advice I would give, is that if you're going to do this trick with the Vaseline and the stars, don't try and pick the stars up with your hand after you've had them in Vaseline, because it's not really agreeing with me. So I'm not putting them in any particular like order or fashion. I'm just sort of... The other thing I noticed is all that Vaseline did pull a lot of the blue away, which is unfortunate. So let's just kind of do it to the other eye. Just try and make it match as much as possible. Maybe when I break my Nova, I'll have to break it for some glitter glue if I'm going to keep doing looks like this, because this is not working. All right, so I've got 3 stars. Oh, I have 4 in this eye. I'm going to take this one away. Note to me, Vaseline also removes eyeliner. I did not know this. Okay. Give me about 2 minutes just to try and touch up that eye, and then we will continue on. Alrighty, so I'm back. I have fixed my problem. I did notice I smudged a lot under here, but I mean, that's an easy fix just with like a beauty blender or just a little extra concealer or something just to get rid of that area. So I've got 3 stars on each side. I fixed some of that blue. I fixed my eyeliner. Now I also have a silver liquid eyeliner, which I kind of was thinking I would just do like little dots for little stars with. If I had a white eyeliner, it'd probably work better, but we're just gonna kind of do little dots or big dots. This just looks like speckled now. If I felt confident enough to like try and draw little stars, I would totally do that. I think my biggest problem is I'm not going in with the tip exactly. I'm going in with the side. So I'm getting some funny shapes. Just like that. The last thing that I am going to attempt to do is use a little bit of this glitter. Like I said, this is the color Frozen. It's just like an iridescent, do you guys see this? White glitter. So I'm just to pick that up on a very, very dense brush. Do I have a very, very dense brush? This one will work. And I'm just going to pat that all over the lid, just to give it like a final bit of a sparkle. Do you guys see this? Here. Just like that. And like that. All that's left to do at this point is to add some mascara, or if you really wanted to, you could add a false lash. So I'm just using this Hank and Henry mascara. I really like this because it does have that really tiny wand on one end, and then on the other end is just a normal like mascara wand. So it makes it really, really easy to do your lower lashes. I can see glitter out of the corner of my eye. And there we have it. I would call that done. So a couple things that I learned today. Vaseline works as a makeup remover. I feel like an idiot because I sit here and I'm like, yes, come watch me do makeup and listen to me talk about makeup. And I didn't know probably one of like the things that everybody knows. If I could do it again, I also would probably skip the silver splotches. I think it looked better before, might have even looked better before the stars, but I did want to kind of bring it all back in and make it actually like a galaxy and not just like I did my eyes with like purple, pink, and blue. So if you like these kind of videos and you want to see others, or you have other ideas that you want to see me maybe try and fail or maybe succeed, comment them down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye.